On the 8th of April 2022, 27-year-old Baron Spurlock was sentenced to 25 years in prison for lewdly assaulting his girlfriend's 17-month-old baby daughter, Nariah Brown, resulting in her death in 2019. The events unfolded at around 8:44 a.m. on the 8th of May 2019, when Nariah, her mother Asia Brown, and Baron had been staying at the Colony House Motor Lodge, located at 6414 Midlothian Turnpike in Richmond, Virginia. Asia left the baby in the care of Baron while she gave a relative a ride to go on some errands. Baron and Asia had been dating for the past year, and he was someone that she had known and trusted since the 4th grade, so she left him alone with her in the motel room. When Asia returned at around 9:41 a.m, she found her daughter had a sizable bump on the back of her head. Baron told her that the baby fell off the bed and started vomiting. They took her to a nearby hospital, which was only a 5-minute drive from the motel, to have her checked out. Medical staff performed a CT scan on Nariah, and she was observed for the next 1.5 hours before being discharged at 12:30 p.m. They went back to the motel, and at 1 p.m, Asia left Nariah alone with Baron again, this time for an hour and 14 minutes. Between 1:33 to 1:59 p.m, Baron invited an escort into the room. The woman later told the authorities that she saw a child laying on the bed and crying, but she didn't touch the child while there. Asia returned at 2:14 p.m. and found Nariah had been horrifically assaulted and was having trouble breathing and was becoming unresponsive. She performed CPR on Nariah for a few minutes before rushing her to the hospital at 2:25 p.m. Medical staff determined that Nariah had lost a lot of blood due to damage to her internal organs, including punctured lungs, fractured ribs, and bruising and abrasions to her face and torso. A physician who examined Nariah earlier that day said that the injuries were not present during her morning visit. Nariah underwent surgery to repair major damage to her internal organs. However, she succumbed to her injuries on the 10th of May 2019. The medical examiner's office determined that Nariah was killed by complications of blunt force trauma to her torso. On the 8th of April 2022, Baron was found guilty of sexually assaulting and murdering Nariah and was sentenced to spend the next 25 years in prison. 42-year-old Van Custodio has been arrested and charged with the murder and abuse of a 6-week-old baby boy he adopted just a few weeks earlier. The events unfolded at around 10 a.m. on the 1st of April 2022, when the authorities responded to a home located at 1552 Prancer Lane in Gastonia, North Carolina, on reports of an infant in cardiac arrest. When first responders arrived, they found an unresponsive boy whose extremities had turned blue. They performed CPR on the baby, and he was transported to the Caramont Regional Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. The authorities found the boy's injuries were consistent with being physically abused. The infant suffered a fractured skull, multiple fractures in each leg, a broken rib and other injuries. Some of the injuries were healing, indicating that the abuse was ongoing, and a warrant for Van's arrest was issued. On the 3rd of April 2022, one of Van's friends told the investigators that Van admitted to injuring the child. Van said he threw the baby on a sofa and also squeezed the child, hearing a pop in the rib area. Van also admitted that when changing the boy's diaper, he jerked the boy's legs back and felt a pop. Van was told by his wife to leave the house. On the 11th of April, the authorities located Van hiding in a lake house in York County, and he was arrested and charged with abuse of a child. On the 13th of April, the boy died from his injuries, and Van was charged with the boy's murder. He's been held at the Gaston County Jail without bond. The biological mother who gave up a newborn son, believing he would have a better life with another family, spent time with her son just before he died. Van and his wife, who already adopted a girl, had earlier released a video seeking help from the public to raise funds for the adoption. In the video, Van said, "It felt like God put that desire in our hearts. We've always wanted to have a family. At the end of the day, it's a calling, right?" The organisation called Both Hands, who helped the couple raise the money for the adoption, announced they are devastated by the news, and added that they strive for all children to be in a safe and loving home.